Welcome to Sunday Citizen. Sorry for missing last week's episode. I lost my voice and couldn't speak much for almost 2 weeks, putting my video and music work on hold. Well, I'm back now, and the last 2 weeks have been packed with news for Star Citizen. I'll cover the highlights from 10 for the Chairman to the top news from PAX East. It seems like the last few weeks of 10 for the Chairman have been getting better and better. Last week, Chris answered a question about the status of the 64-bit conversion and if it was required for multi-crew functionality. The short answer is yes. The long answer is about 6 minutes long and is explained quite well. To sum it up, the 64-bit conversion will be in version 1.1 and is necessary for multi-crew. They are also building a zone system to replace the usual arc tree, which tells the renderer in CryEngine what to render. Due to the varying density of the systems, for example leaving a densely populated space station and going into the nearly empty void of space, the new zone system will be implemented for better optimization and is being worked on by, quote, legendary developers that worked on the CryEngine at Crytek. The sneak peek on Around the Verse is a couple of images that look like a holoprojector. On this week's episode of Around the Verse, we get a look at a pretty burly looking gun. On Sandy's Facebook, we got a look at another gun, an engine, and an exterior look at a medical center. The extensive monthly report was released earlier this week. In Santa Monica, the item port system was completed, and it will be implemented in version 1.1. which was expected to drop last Tuesday, but has been delayed due to bugs. They finished the first phase implementation of the damage system, and more on that later. They're also working on new ships, new armor, and are continuously working on game balance. In Austin, character design work continues. Expect to see new ones when the social module is made available. They're also working with outsourced studios on hundreds of props. Animators are implementing the animations coming out of Imaginarium. The design team is setting up NPC activities for the social module and working on refining the Mobiglass shopping experience. David Ladyman, the man responsible for the Jump Point magazine, reports that alien languages are nearly ready for approval from Chris Roberts. We've also learned that an early iteration of the Universe Simulator is up and running. The multiplayer hangar implementation is being worked on. Basic functionality is in, and chat and emotes are next in line. There was also an engineering meeting between Austin and Santa Monica that discussed ideas for player persistence. At Foundry 42 in the UK, we learned that the new tutorial system and multiplayer free flight, featuring the new takeoff and landing system, will be in version 1.1. The conversation system is coming along. They hope to get rid of prompts that break immersion. They plan to get players to recognize that NPCs want to start a conversation by using body language. The Shubin mining platform is now gray box complete, and a section of it is being worked on to build a PBR master shader library for approval, so that it can be used in other sections. The Gladius is nearly flight ready, just needs some damage details for the new damage system. The Retaliator will be hangar ready in version 1.1.0. It looks like cap ships will be next in line, followed by the full Vandal fleet and the Bengal carrier. Lastly, they're still working on VFX. Expect refinements and more visual effects in Arena Commander in the future. At Behavior, Terra received an optimization pass, as well as some polish on some of the old shops. The concepts for other areas are being finalized. Arc Core has been revisited for polish and optimization. They also worked on a map for the tutorial. Concepts for key areas of Levski and Nyx are under refinement. A new place called Grand Barter will be like the local TDD for Levski. They started work on a prefab system used by an in-fiction company called QV Planet Services to flesh out the asteroid mine. They're also doing loads of UI work. Chat UI, contact lists, multiplayer hangar UI, logos, decals, and the pause screen are being worked on. A mock-up of the new holotable is also in the works. It looks like you'll be able to sort and filter components, as well as customize control settings better in the holotable now. At Ilphonic, they're working really hard on getting the FPS module ready. That's everything from animation to visual effects. In this week's Around the Verse, they mentioned that many animations were not implemented at the PAX East reveal. Chris Roberts wants to wait until they finish another mocap shoot and implement the animations. From Turbulent, the web community team, we learned that a new community hub, which better features comlink articles, is on the way. They will also make some improvements on search functionality. There will also be a new storefront where you can use REC. Gear and whatnot will be managed in the My Accounts section of the website. At Moon Collider, the company tasked with AI, we learned that the usable system, previously known as a smart object system, will be a feature of the social module. AI optimization is underway along with some major fixes, but there's a lot more coming in the future, including extra AI work for the tutorial, which will allow designers to more easily tune AI flight behavior. Let's take a look at the damage design post. The original damage system was composed of different states depending on overall ship health. The goal with the new system is to make damage more dynamic so players can distinguish different types of damage. The original damage system was composed of different states, depending on overall ship health. The goal with the new system is to make damage more dynamic so players can distinguish different types of damage. The new system dramatically reduces the amount of time it takes for artists to create it, and the new model will take around 2/3 less memory, thus reducing load times. The new system uses a new set of textures where damage is recorded. Shaders then, according to the texture, dynamically add dents, burns, and squibbing. The damage model accounts for the temperature of the burn, the thickness of the hole and how much is remaining, and the deformation that has bent the hole. You'll be able to see the hole glow with heat and the paint burn and bubble. You'll see exposed internals and dented and deformed surfaces. In the demo, we even see someone write RSI into the Gladius. And lastly, CIG created a special tool to edit these effects where pieces of the hull can come off and where particle effects can initiate. PAX East was last week, and CIG had another reveal event. Before the reveal, we learned about Electronic Access, or EA. EA will be the store where you can rent equipment with the REC you earned in Arena Commander. Light, medium, and heavy armor was debuted, with Chris Roberts saying it's only placeholder art. The next version will be better. The Zero-G Arena Battle was showcased. The FPS module is called Star Marine and is made by Interdimension Software, a nod to id Software. Several weapons were then revealed. There's a combustion pistol, a laser pistol, an electric shotgun, a submachine gun, a laser assault rifle, and other weapons not shown, including the sniper rifle, were mentioned. 3 kinds of grenades were revealed: frag, force propulsion, and EMP. Items that were shown off were the area denial system, the personal medkit, the hologram, and the personal shield. We were given a walkthrough of Gold Horizon and told it would have traditional 8v8 combat. Next, we learned about Astro Arena, which design was inspired by Ender's Game, a zero-gravity arena with 16 versus 16 combat. The last bit of news we got is that 1.1.1 will be the FPS module release. The following release, 1.1.2, will be the social module release. This week we had a design post about weapon mounts, so let's get a quick overview of it. The placeholder system that we currently have puts all item ports on a class system, based basically on its size. While this helped for the initial concept work, the full system will begin to come online in version 1.1 due to the complexity of various items that can be attached from ships, from guns to turrets. The new system is more specific, so instead of having general sizes for all items, ports now have types, size, and pipes. Some types are gun, pylon, and turret. Pipes are the connections available for an item. They transfer power, data, heat, and so on. One of the other changes is that ports may allow either a gun or a turret a size smaller. The example they gave is a size 2 port may hold a size 2 gimbal that supports a size 1 gun. This gives the player a choice of trade-offs. Do I mount a fixed class 2 gun and have a higher damage output, or do I put a gimbal on and deal with lower damage output? The basic rule is items ported into other ones lose a size. A size 3 unmanned turret can hold 2 size 1 guns or 1 size 2. Manned turrets lose another size, so the Retaliator's size 4 turret can have 2 size 1 or 1 size 2 gun. In the future, players will also need to consider the power and CPU requirements and the electronic signature of the items they wish to port. CIG hosted the closing party for South by Southwest and invited everyone to see the reveal of the social module. To most people's disappointment, CIG showed a 5-minute mashup video with some new looks at a more densely populated art court, filled with mostly bald NPCs. And finally, it's another free flight week. This week, all flyable ships are available for backers to try, so get in Arena Commander and have a blast. It's just too bad 1.1 isn't out yet, so we could actually earn REC. That's it for this episode of Sunday Citizen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Take care. Peace.